And now we are back. All sorts of technical difficulties and issues here. We got my man Nana, who's new to the podcast, and he's over here choking.
He just
can't even.
Nah, you don't do that.
We can't do that?
Nah.
Too late.
Nah,
Too late? Nobody's going to believe that's your real name anyway.
We just call him Denal. He just, every time we call him, nah.
Nah.
We just call him Denal.
But welcome, man.
Thank you.
It's me, shorter in person. I'm here with Handsome Shrek.
What
My
up?
man
What up?
String Bean,
Wait,
and I
what?
guess.
Handsome Shrek.
Oh,
yeah.
Why are you so confused? And
Man, he's just in denial. He's in denial
You guys
still.
listened to an episode.
Yeah.
What is that?
Handsome Shrek. All right.
yeah,
That works.
it doesn't look like
No,
that.
I'm glad.
No
we
one
got
could
some-
believe that.
I wasn't believe that bullshit. And then I guess we're still waiting for
Yeah.
a nickname for you. It was supposed to be, you know, the
Aggressive
football.
leg.
Aggressive leg is funny. That's really funny.
You're supposed to be the football expert, but you know, based on what we've been seeing over these past couple of weeks, been some issues.
Whoa. The only reason I'm not doing well in that is because my picks.
Because you're not good at
My
lots of
picks
football.
didn't go through in one week. Other than that, I've been like top.
No, we're
top
not.
half
We're not
of
talking
points.
about that. We're talking about when we talked about football in previous podcasts. If we have to pull tape on this and
Yeah. I know.
and
I
go
had
back
Jets
to
or Giants is a borderline playoff.
Yeah,
Whatever.
maybe you were looking at other seasons, not quite the 2019 season or something like
I
that,
saw
right?
Daniel Jones. That's what I saw. Yeah.
Big fan, huh?
He's on my fantasy team now.
Is he really?
I changed my name to Danny Dimes in the house. I don't start. It's okay.
Lord have mercy.
It's the whole thing.
But I guess they got rid of the Redskins got rid of Gruden this morning.
Finally,
Yeah,
he sucked.
6 years. They said he was the longest tenured coach under Daniel Snyder.
He's also the longest. It's like the longest time a coach has ever been on a team with like how well or how poorly he was doing, like without winning a playoff game. So
I
they
don't
let,
Little
know.
they let him on for a little too long, I guess.
But they called him in to come in at 5 a.m. and fired him.
Yeah,
That
right. Who
that
cares?
to me is bullshit. I mean,
I mean,
listen, don't call me to come in.
He handled Dwayne Haskins thing horribly though. Like he publicly talking about how he didn't want like this dude or whatever. Like
Yeah.
dude. Like, he's
Yeah, and then-
obviously gonna be a good enough quarterback. Like at least give him a chance.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
Well, I think he was hamstrung a lot with some of the decisions he wanted to make.
Ownership is
He wanted to
bad
cut what's his nut, but
What's his name?
they had a running back, Peterson. He wanted to cut Peterson, but he was overruled on that, so he had Peterson inactive for the first week. So that was a whole thing.
Yeah. Well, his team's also horrible. So.
Well, that then there's that. Well, why are you so quiet over there? You
You
don't
about
like
football.
and you're not a fan.
Football.
So it's the difference between football and football.
Yeah.
He calls it
Football.
Because
Foot.
he sees some clips from the German league.
Sorry, soccer. Sorry, guys. We're talking about soccer here.
The NFL wasn't written this week.
It was.
Was
It
it?
was. And now we're back
What's it
again.
explain?
Raiders
And
Bears.
Bears.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Raiders
Yeah,
pulled
I
it
know
out
they
at
do
the
that
end.
Sometimes.
It seemed
Yeah.
like the stadium was a lot of Bears fans.
Yeah, well,
That's what it seemed
you know
like.
how that goes. No one wants to be a
Sophie
Raiders
Turner's a
fan.
Bears
That's
fan.
why. Is that right?
Sansa Stark.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Good stuff. Now you
Okay.
just shut the whole podcast down right there.
Because I'm still trying to figure out a team to pick.
for NFL.
For NFL.
Okay.
The only reason why, probably go with the Ravens because everybody in the office
Well,
goes
look.
with Ravens.
Let's just
I'm
pick.
still trying to figure out.
Let's be judicious.
I'm not going to
with
pick
this.
Cowboys because everybody else is shitting on the Cowboys.
Well, let's do
On
this.
radio.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's base
Just
your
pick the Ravens.
NFL football team on how you pick your soccer team.
No.
Since you're a bandwagon fan and picked Man U.
How the hell am I bandwagon fan when I've been supporting the team since If that's the case, I'm going to.
Patriots.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is Patriots.
No,
Be a Patriots fan.
you cannot do
I
that.
can't be a Patriots
That is
fan.
unacceptable.
My brother's a Patriots fan.
See?
Familial
That's my
ties.
brother.
Yeah.
That's easy.
He's been a
But
Patriots fan
but
for a
was
long time.
but was it because he jumped on the bandwagon with the Patriots though,
I
or
have no
how did he
idea.
become a Patriots
I have
fan?
no idea.
Be a
Well, he
Raiders
was
fan.
You don't talk.
Be a Raiders
I
fan.
talk to him. I'm looking at him like he gets really into the Patriots. Like he's serious. When the Patriots
He likes to
play.
win.
For the Cowboys, because most of the people I know who are Cowboy fans, either still waiting. At least that's what everybody's saying. Like,
See, there's a reason behind all this. Now listen,
Still
it's
waiting.
kind of like
I hear all the time.
Right,
Cowboys
right.
are still waiting.
right.
It's not your fault. I mean, it happens. It's football.
It's understandable. The thing is, kind of like we were talking about earlier. The funny part is, the team is supposed to be so irrelevant, right?
Why do you keep saying this?
But
irrelevant?
everybody talks about them
Why do you keep saying
because that's what people who
The Cowboys?
yeah.
They're America's team. They've
Yes.
never been irrelevant. They have like the second
no.
biggest fan base in the league. No.
This is all facts.
It's not bad.
But how often do you hear people talking bad about Cowboys? You just said it yourself. You hear it all the time.
on social
But
media?
they're
one
always
of the
saying,
most liked. You also become one of the
they're
most
no
hated.
good.
Because I think
Oh.
every year they come out and say Cowboys are going to do this, Cowboys are going to do that.
But who's this they you're talking about?
Social media.
We all know.
like
We
Jerry-
all know that
Jerry
there won't be
Jones'
anything
fault.
until they hashtag fire Jason Garrett.
It's good.
Until they hashtag fire Jason Garrett, which is probably be at the end of this year.
You think so?
Yeah,
They'll make
yeah,
playoffs.
yeah. Well, they'll make the playoffs, but he's a lame duck. He's on his, he's on the last year of his contract. They didn't extend him last year,
So
so
promote the OC, Kellen Moore.
No.
It's only
No.
his first year.
No, that's not gonna
Tony
happen.
Romo, after he goes and wins the PGA Tour, he's gonna
He's gonna become a coach?
Yep.
I can't see it. But we'll see. But anyway, getting back to you
All I'm saying is,
and who you're gonna choose.
Stop scrapping it.
Yeah, what are you
I'm
doing?
still-
You a DJ now? You mixing and scratching?
I'm still waiting. Like, listen, I'm still trying to figure out my way throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, eventually I'll pick a team. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see who it is.
I don't
Okay.
want to go with the bandwagons because at some point I was like,
Pick the worst
OBJ
team.
is a good player. Like, I was flowing into it.
Pick the worst team in the
Mhm.
league then.
What, the Dolphins?
Yeah, go ahead.
Apparently, I don't know much about the Dolphins. But
No,
they're kinda-
I mean, I guess.
Can I say like this on this? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Apparently, the Dolphins are shit. I don't know why they're shit, but it looks like they lose every time.
Yep.
They're
They
pretty
put all the
terrible.
players.
Astronomically.
Well, they play the Redskins this week,
Someone's
so that someone's got to win that game,
Because the Redskins, that
unless it
bad?
ends in a tie.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
The Redskins are that bad?
No.
I think they are. Yeah.
They are definitely
They're
that
horrible.
bad.
They're trash. They have the second worst defense and second worst offense. They're horrible.
Garbage.
But as we know with rankings for offenses, it really doesn't mean much when the Ravens were ranked number 1 overall in offenses coming this week, starting.
It's based on yardage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won. We won.
Yeah, against a third
You
string
hear that weed?
quarterback.
You
Put
hear that
26.
weed?
That's the defense's problem, though. Defense sucks.
A third string quarterback.
Yeah.
Who did you guys play this weekend?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
We knocked out Mason Rudolph.
Now let me tell you,
That was hilarious.
I'm not at all thrilled with what happened there. And I'm not talking about the hit. I'm talking about afterwards. No.
No.
I'm talking about afterwards when
Taking care of their players.
Yeah, like how the hell?
Made his ass
How the
walk.
hell do you scrape him up off the ground
And make his ass
and then
walk.
make him walk?
I mean, it was only a head injury.
Yeah, like, it's no big deal.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Walk it
it's
off.
all right.
Walk it off,
right.
Mason.
off.
We'll get you in there next play.
Rub,
Get you
rub
new
some
helmet.
dirt on it and you'll be fine, right? That to me
I mean,
was just disgraceful.
Had that been Peyton Manning, they would have medevaced him out of there.
I mean, the way he was laying there, you kind of sort of thought that,
Oh my God! You see his head hit the ground?
yeah,
Well,
it was way bad.
I slow motioned it. I was yelled at for slow motion it.
This guy.
I mean, he's on the ground, and you could just see the whites of his eyes. It's like,
He
This
was,
guy.
he was out when he got hit. Before he
Yeah,
hit the ground,
no
like,
doubt
he was
about it.
asleep.
He had the whole
When his
fingers.
head banged the ground or something?
Yeah.
well,
His
he's
fingers
done.
was on
Like
this
the
thing.
whole thing.
Yeah.
He
Body
was,
went limp and he
Yeah,
just-
Holy shit.
it wasn't.
Yeah,
It wasn't good at all, So
So
he,
they made him walk?
yeah,
He woke up and walked
something
off.
about the cart.
the cart
didn't
broke down
work or something.
Yeah, they had to push the cart off. They had more people helping the cart get off the field than the
It was so ridiculous. But ironically, the cart worked a little bit later when Jefferson got hurt. So how was that possible?
Well,
Yeah.
because
charged
when
it.
you're from Baltimore, you know how to hotwire a damn.
Gotcha. So
Cart.
they made sure it was taken care of.
Yeah. We're like, oh, look, we're like, our team is like, move out of the way. We'll make sure it's working.
We got this. No worries. Oh shit.
Oh
boy.
man.
Well, what the hell else is going on
get
Cowboys.
paid so much. So my argument with you today is they need to get paid.
No.
Yes, they do.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about it.
Well, look,
What's
They
happening?
need to get paid.
I'm going to tell you right
He's
now.
saying football went down or whatnot. When most of these players have
When
access for more
players
money.
stop playing the game as a game and they start making money decisions,
They have to.
no, they don't. You're getting paid millions of dollars to play a game, play a sport, perform, and play the
You
sport.
get knocked the fuck out.
And I told you, you're using the wrong.
different.
You're using the wrong point on it. The point is that guy is an unproven quarterback who only has an opportunity because Roethlisberger's hurt. He's out there playing the game. He did not make a money decision and just sat down and took a sack. He tried to make a play.
Shrek, it doesn't matter. He still got knocked the fuck out. He needs his
well,
money.
let's get back to the genesis of what you guys are
He's saying-
discussing.
So football went down, or football stopped being football when players started asking for more money. Which I think, you know what? The players have to ask for more money. The owners are making shitloads of money. The players have to ask for more money. It
Yeah.
makes sense.
The league makes so
It,
much money.
it hasn't been
The
a
league
game.
is profiting.
It
They
hasn't
want
been a
these fucking
game
old
in
dudes
quite
to-
some time. It is a business.
It's a
It's a
business.
business.
It is
It's
a
a
business.
business. And these,
And
it's
you
a
can't blame the
profitable
players. You have
business.
to blame
It,
the
is,
owners.
it makes so much money.
The owners in the NFL is a business for them. They
Yeah.
don't
Exactly.
care.
It makes them
100%.
so much
100%.
money. It's crazy.
That's
so
how
much money
that's how the
for-
Ravens ended up here, is because it was his business that was losing money in Cleveland, so he needed to move it so that it could become profitable, which it is.
If you're
now.
an employee of one of the possibly like the most profitable business around, like the NFL is, biggest sport, you know, you're gonna get paid for it. That's how it goes. They're employees.
Do the
They
players get paid more if their jersey sells more, or is it all NFL
I
reps?
think they get paid more. Yeah.
I
think
think
they
they get
They do.
something from it. Something from it. And all their commercials, like the stupid ass progressive
Yeah.
commercials and
Like
shit
when
like
Pat
that.
Mahomes is on the commercial, he's getting paid for
Yeah,
it. Is the NFL
yeah.
making money for that?
Both, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
He's a paid for the
depends.
NFL
It
Players
depends
Association.
if they have
They like the
NFL
union.
stuff in it, because you know it's a lot of those commercials they're just wearing regular clothes.
That's
They're
the
not
point.
wearing
Right.
any
Generic.
I
NFL
don't think you can have
stuff.
an NFL logo.
Yeah.
without them.
That stuff is when
So,
is
yeah.
when
They
it
have,
has
they
to
have a
get
whole
paid.
union too that deals with all that. Like,
Yeah.
Nice.
With all
That's a
their.
lot of money.
I mean, the
That's
league
your
is
money.
making so much. The league's making
That's
so
your
much.
money.
Get
Look,
paid.
here, I'm going to tell you right now. You go, everyone go watch a movie. It's a great movie. It's called The Replacements.
Seen it.
There is a
Filmed
great,
here,
There's
by
a
the way.
great
Is
filmed
that
in
when the college
Baltimore.
refs filled in with the professional
The,
refs?
the professionals
Yeah, the one
went
with
on
prison-
strike because
prison
they weren't getting enough of percentage of all this
Oh,
profit that
that's
the
what I'm saying.
owners are giving these people. And there's a great quote by, was it Gene Hackman, I believe is the head coach in that, or it's someone, I forget, whoever the head coach is. He has a great quote in that movie that he basically says, "Remember, you guys are being paid money to play a game. Those other guys that are out there on strike forgot that a long time ago. You're getting paid
It's a
to
product,
play
though.
a game."
It's a product.
And it's a business.
It's a business.
Yeah, so explain to me. Well, then explain to me, how do you fix this? How do you fix the CJ2Ks or the players who play really hard, get this huge contract, and go, all right, I'll never play again.
They don't go, all right, I'm not going to play again.
Yeah, I mean they still.
They get to a
if
point
you
they're
don't,
like, you know what, I'm
if you
tired.
if you don't play out the contract, or if you retire, or whatever,
Then get rid of
it's just
guaranteed
done.
money. I'd say get rid of guaranteed money.
But
You
don't these
can't.
dudes that get
You
injured
can't
deserve
get rid of the
something?
guaranteed
They're
money
risking
because
their
half the
bodies.
contracts
Well,
aren't
then
worth
you have an
what-
injury
what they're-
clause.
There is an injury clause. What are you
Nah,
talking about?
well, the performance clause. Then, if you go out there and
Lots of
you're
contracts have those.
Yeah, but it's the other way.
Yeah.
You get more if you get incentive bonuses.
then it's bullshit with all holdouts and everything else.
Mr. Shrek, who do you want to make shitloads of money at the end of the day? The owners or the players?
The players are always have been making shit tons of
And the
money.
owners?
It doesn't matter. They're
The
paying.
owners are, yeah.
The owners have always made a shit ton of money.
Exactly.
I'd rather the
Now
players,
there's more
too.
money
Yeah,
coming in.
so
I
now
agree.
it's enough. It's
Might
more
Might
than
as well
enough
pay
to
the
spread
players. The money's
around.
got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
More money's coming in. It has to be fairly shared. The players are
Ah.
Zeke asked for how much?
90
Who
million.
the hell knows?
90 million.
How much does that take from what's the owner's pocket?
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones.
Nothing.
I mean-
nothing.
Nothing.
It's
I mean,
a drop.
in that week, he was the third person to get signed to a big contract, and they still have a couple more to put out there. So it's
See?
it's all right there. It's all
and-
gonna be
and
there.
This is,
Today-
this is a game that's very risky, right? If you get ahead right now, you're telling me, oh, if you
Any play.
out of the
Use
90
your legs.
million Zeke is gonna get, how much do you think really goes to his pocket?
Probably
agents?
A
100,
third of
100,
that.
150 million with all the other incentives he gets.
After agents' fees and
We're
whatnot
talking.
and taxes.
We're talking about just the contract.
Half
just
of
the
it.
contract.
Probably half.
After agent fees and whatnot to pay this, lawyers, blah blah blah.
Taxes.
Out of the
Yeah.
90, how much do you think really goes to his pocket?
Well, first off, if the contract was 90, then the contract says 90, but of that, maybe he'll see 66. Legit. And then so we're talking about from that 66, how much will he see? Maybe half of that as well. So
God damn.
yeah. So that's the way it works. That's why
Okay.
those contracts are always it's always like, all right, so this week
Wait, are you complaining about how
you
much it
sign
disappeared?
and you're the highest paid guy, but then
That's
next week we're
what
gonna
I'm
sign
saying.
String
That's
Man,
what
he's
I'm
gonna be the
saying.
highest paid.
At the end of the
Nobody's
day,
the fucking highest paid.
If I break my leg or something, right, and I can't play football anymore, I gotta live on this money for the rest of my life. Right? You're gonna put part of that money.
Wait, you trying to say you're never going to get a job or make any other income the rest of your life?
Well, not everybody ends up on TV or ends up on radio. Some people just don't have.
Some people can have podcasts.
Some people have podcasts.
And they waste
Only
their
the
college.
elite.
You know,
I
you
mean,
might want to go back into college. I don't
they
know.
don't graduate.
Everybody's just different. But make the money now, so when shit happens, hey, you can fall back on that money.
I think the core point is that there's money to be made here, and the owners have enough money anyway. So just give it to the players. That's all.
No.
I think it's fine.
At end of the day, here's the thing: when the players stop playing the game and making money decisions and compromise, I don't really care if we're going to lose as long as I stay healthy. That's the issue.
No, the issue is going to be if it went your way and there was less money and it just paid because of the game, there would be no more NFL. And what the fuck would we be looking at on Sundays? Because you ain't going to tell me people going to be out there getting knocked the hell out like Mason Rudolph did for nothing.
Exactly.
It ain't going to happen.
I think
$30,000. Yeah, baby.
You like seeing the whole aggressiveness, like the whole people clutching themselves. They're like, this is a man's sport. We are bushing each other on the field. And the people getting bushed are like, all right. The people getting bushed are more or less like, you know what? I need to get paid for this. I love the game, but I need to get paid. People in the stands are all happy with me getting knocked out, me passing out, me throwing up, doing whatnot. Everybody in the field is excited, seeing me go through all this pain. You need to pay me for this. Because
True.
if this is because the entertainment on the field is people getting knocked out. The touchdown is going to happen, but when people get knocked out,
end of the
you
day,
see
it's
the
win
cheers
or
on-
lose.
You can see the excitement on people's faces. It
And
happens.
end of the day, it's win or lose.
It's win or lose, but people get excited when people get
Players
knocked
don't
out.
care about winning anymore.
How do you say
How do you
that?
say
They make
that?
more money.
What are you talking about?
You know how many players are like on these horrible teams are like, I want to get out of here. Players are taking pay cuts to go to New England because
Exactly.
Because they want to win. The only you get some of these players. No, so exactly. The
What just happened there?
the Patriot way of we want to win versus hey, let's go to Washington and get a
course.
fat paycheck,
Of course.
and I'm just going to sit here and do nothing because I got a fat
Do
paycheck.
the players in New England get paid well?
No.
No,
Really?
You
They get
guys,
paid fine.
you guys,
They don't get
Really?
paid
They
as
get
much
paid
as
you
other
guys,
teams.
you guys, please stop it.
Stop it.
Why do we always want to sit back and say New England is any different than any other NFL team?
Because
They
are.
play.
They
They
run
play.
it different.
I'm talking
They don't
about. I'm
accept
talking about.
personalities.
I'm talking about with the. They signed Antonio Brown, bro. Seriously.
They're gonna-
If the
they're
last,
gonna-
if
and
the
he
last
messed up
thing,
and he's gone. That's how
no.
it
If
goes.
the last thing hadn't come out,
He was,
I mean,
he'd
fucked it up.
he'd still be playing.
Yeah, he was
but
So
he,
you
but
can't
he, would-
say
he,
that.
But he wouldn't have been making Instagram posts. They would have cut him right then and there.
Listen, boys, you can't have it both ways and say this organization is way up there and they don't do like everybody else when they clearly do, and they cheat too. So I said that. but you can't. No, seriously. When we talk about money, we always like to say, well, Tom Brady took pay cuts. He doesn't. He moves money around, and that's what they do with these contracts. They just move money around. So instead of having it be a base salary for whatever year, they'll change that and make it into a bonus. So he still gets that money. It's just changed on the contract so that it doesn't go up against the salary cap. You guys got to look into this stuff and start. Shit,
that's what I
he
think
signed
it is.
for less.
I think
He didn't.
It's all about
He got his
optics.
cash.
It's all about optics. Yeah, he has to look good. Like I'm taking less.
Look at what I'm doing.
Look at what I'm doing.
Look
for
what
the
I'm
team.
doing.
But go in the background. The guy's making money.
He getting his cash.
I mean, obviously, every NFL player pretty much is making all the starters are making pretty good money. Like, at the end of the day,
Everyone's making money.
I mean,
practice
Tom
squad.
Brady.
They're all making money.
They're making money.
They're all
That's
making
allowed, though.
money.
Listen, like he said, Tom Brady's moving money around.
It's
He
just
just knows
it's
how.
just moving
It's all
money
for the
around.
optics.
Yeah.
He knows how to move the money.
What I'm saying is,
He is the 18th highest paid quarterback.
You see, and he's
On his contract.
What do you mean they can't? They still have to go against the salary cap no matter what.
That-
they don't just
that
let
is-
people pay them whatever they want. That's not how that
no,
works.
No,
So
listen.
you people are telling me,
No,
shoot me in a sat back and just
so
enjoy
you people are
this
really
entire
telling me
podcast.
with Tom Brady, it's all
Like
about
a
the
viewer.
football, and he cares less about
You're
the
saying his contract is the 18th highest quarterback contract, right? Now we just talked about how the players don't get what the contract says.
Okay, so here, look, I can disprove you easily right now.
Okay.
So for last year,
Easily.
this is from Boston.com. All
This is
right,
gonna be easy.
it is easy. His salary gave him $1 million a year, which is very cheap. He made $14 million in bonuses, which gives him a $15 million salary. Still makes him the 18th highest paid quarterback
15
after his bonus. So
15 million on what? Is that on the contract or is that what went in his pocket?
all right, well now I have to open it
50
up.
million in
So,
bonus, and you get paid
$14 million in bonus.
40 million.
I mean, that bonus is still going on the salary cap. That's just how it goes. Like,
Yeah.
it has to happen.
I'm not 100% sure on
There's
that.
no way. Otherwise, every team would just do that. Like, listen, if you play well, we'll give you a huge bonus.
That's and
This is
that's
insane.
and time out.
The
That's
guy got
my
a bonus
point.
of 14
That's my
million.
point. That is my
This is
point.
insane.
Listen to me.
This is insane. This is crazy.
What's crazy about that?
You make $1 million a year, you get a bonus of $14 million.
Because he won a Super
Now,
Bowl.
That's
Do
what
you
I'm
see
trying
the
to tell
optics
you.
for this?
That's what
That's
They're
what I'm
moving
trying
money
to tell
around.
you.
And this
But
is
it's probably, you literally, even with the bonus, he's still 18th highest. He's below average.
Okay.
This is my point.
Who's the highest paid quarterback?
Is it Cousins still?
Is it
Might
right?
be.
I don't even know.
Cousins signed like 3 contracts
That
that
were
gave him like
ridiculous.
$150 million.
It's something
a year.
unreal.
Yeah.
All right, we'll look
Right.
at it here.
How much has he made in bonus? That's what
No,
I'm-
but that goes back into my point. If you want to go ahead and lump everything in the bonuses to where it's an incentive for people to play the game and win, I'm all for it.
All right, so let's see.
This
So
guy.
salary
If
right
you
now-
finish last place, you should be the least paid team in the NFL.
Why? Don't people get hit in the last
You
team?
play to win.
You play to win the game. Hello?
Do they get
There's gonna be a team in last place no matter what.
Exactly.
And
Right.
the team in last place is playing just as hard as the team in first place. Otherwise, you end up getting knocked the fuck out
But
like
at
Mason
the
Rudolph.
end of the day, the owners still make tons of money.
Right.
And what,
That-
so,
Now the people working
The
for
revenue, the revenue sharing and everything is all going to equal out to being the same.
Right.
The stadium is going to be filled, the PSLs, the
you
suites,
got
and all that
TV
shit.
rights,
All
you
that
know,
stuff's going to be there.
advertisements,
So of
blah, blah,
course
blah.
you have to
They're
spread it
making
out.
so much money.
they're also spending a bunch of money.
I mean, if the Dolphins don't come out and say, you know what, we're gonna lose, so let's just run through it. You see them get hit, they try and make touchdowns and do whatnot. It just doesn't work out for them because maybe the players have. I don't know.
It's going to work out this week when they play the Redskins, but
Rosen isn't bad.
Hmm?
I don't think Rosen's that bad.
So what if the Dolphins beat, New England one day? What are you guys gonna say? Oh, when New England had a bad day?
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. Yep.
Yeah.
Isn't it the end of the season where
I mean,
everybody's
last
resting
year,
for the
Miami
playoffs?
beat New England, and then they won and then New England won the Super Bowl. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Week 17 game. Yeah, benched all their stars.
Kevin, the players need to get paid.
Well,
I'm not saying-
the
I'm not-
players are getting paid,
Yeah.
so I'm not even sure what the argument
The
is.
argument,
What he's saying-
the argument is that players make decisions that may affect their ability to win the game.
As far as
To
what?
step out of bounds instead of going for that extra yard.
well, you could argue that by not getting injured, it helps their team win the game too. Like,
Who's saying they're going to get injured?
I mean, that's the reason they're stepping out of bounds, right?
Or to,
So
or to
it's
just
not
stop
okay.
the clock in 2 minutes. Well, I mean, what are we talking about? We can't have it
I mean,
every
that's
other
the
way.
same reason. Like, remember that Super Bowl? What, 3 years? I don't even know. 4 years ago, when Cam Newton didn't dive on the fumble, it was
Made a
it was
business
big-
decision?
It was a big deal. It was a business decision. Well, also, if Cam had gotten hurt in that play, they weren't going to win that Super Bowl anyway.
I don't care if your arm gets ripped off. It's a Super Bowl. You go for that ball.
Okay, yes, and everyone
That's crazy.
But everyone agrees on that. I'm
crazy.
saying,
But don't get paid.
But like for the most part, the decisions are even like on the field. If you're playing so as to not get injured, like for the most part, that's going to be good for your team too. Because that extra yard, if you're going to take a 76-yard run or a 77-yard run and get injured, like your team would rather have a 76-yard run and keep your good running back in the game or whatever. Like it's just.
It's a game of inches.
I don't think, and you got to be honest. We've all played sports before. When you step out on that field, are you thinking about playing the game, or are you thinking about your home? You thinking about your money? You think about any of that stuff? No, for those 60 minutes that you're playing, you ain't thinking about that stuff. We think about that stuff because we're at home and we're worrying about, all right, is my quarterback going to get signed? Is my wide receiver going to get signed? And then they say it 50,000 times during the broadcast. Well, he's up for a contract. He's up for a contract. He just made an interception and 5 other tackles, so you got to pay the man. That's the stuff that keeps getting in here. But when they step out there, they don't think about that shit. And then after the game, they got to listen to stupid reporters out there asking 50,000 times, hey, you worried about your contract? Don't you think they should sign you by now? Nobody cares about that shit when you're out there on the field. You're out there, you're playing, like you said, to win the game.
If in an ideal world, everyone would be out there playing to win the game.
And you think they're not? You think some are not?
Vast majority are out there to win the game.
Yes.
Players don't want to be in Miami because even if they're getting paid there, because they don't want to lose. People don't want to be in Washington because they don't want to lose. They want to win.
You think more players than not are just out there to get money as opposed to?
I'm thinking. What I'm saying is,
I'll go for the
win,
money.
baby. Win.
I'm saying.
Come on, this will get knocked out.
I'll go for the money too.
I'm guessing you played football sometime in your life, right?
Oh, he was a quarterback. He's great.
People get knocked out. Was it like 2 weekends ago? I see some guy flying this.
I gotta take this phone call.
People get knocked out. Take the money.
I think we made him leave now.
Yeah,
Take the money.
got mad.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
not
nothing.
agreement, so.
It's nothing wrong with it. Yeah.
I'll take the money any single day.
Yeah, it's
like Zeke holding out for the $90 million. I don't blame him.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times that stuff is also, again, it's just posturing. It's just playing. It's a lot of these guys know that eventually they're going to get their cash. Except in the case of what's his nut from Pittsburgh last year.
Oh,
Bell, yeah. So it didn't quite work out quite the way he wanted it to last year. But then, so what? They also had a competent backup, which is another thing you have, So the Cowboys didn't have that luxury. Now Pollard is decent, but he's also a rookie.
Yeah, and Zeke's something special too.
Yeah. So you kind of sort of know what's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. And then he played it perfectly. Missed the entire training camp, came in the first week, and still I think he damn near ran for 100 yards that first game. A lot of these guys just don't want to come to training camp, and it's a known thing.
They don't want to do suicides.
Yeah, they don't want to do that dumb shit. 2-a-days and all that out there at 100 degrees.
I mean, isn't that a call of the team? They tell you to come for like a summer camp or something.
Yeah, and they get fined if they don't show up.
Yeah.
But again, no one ever knows where that fine money goes. I think it's supposed to go to charity or some shit.
Why does that go to charity? That's just ridiculous. If I was the owner of the team, like, this is what I'm paying you for. Come for the camp. If you don't come, I'll cut you off.
It doesn't quite work that way.
I hope it works.
Because it's a part of the collective bargaining and negotiating and all that stuff. So when you get into unions and things like that, it's just all different.
There has to be like a fine line, like
it all is.
And I think we're close to it
everything.
right now,
everything they do is a part of the process. So Zeke holding out this season, it was like 2 other running backs,
Melvin
Gordon and someone else also. It was, again, he played for the Cowboys, and it was a back and forth every day between him and Jerry Jones. Every day. They throw a microphone in Jerry Jones' face every day, and he just keeps it going. So it stayed in the news. And that's all that is. So it's no anything that happened on that front was no different than
I mean, when they don't show up
happens
to work,
to.
they still don't get paid. They have to pay money
Right.
if they don't want to show up to work. So like,
Right.
they don't just get away with it.
If it was any other player in the Cowboys, I'd be like, wait, they gave him a $90 million, and the rest of us.
Well, no. Again, like I said, that contract was the third one. They paid the linebacker first, and then they paid a lineman, and then him, and then they still have to pay Prescott and Cooper. So
Prescott will probably take more than Zeke, right? I'm thinking.
Probably.
Yeah.
He is the starting quarterback in the NFL, so you would think, but who the hell knows?
Yeah, that's right.
Jerry Jones knows.
Jerry Jones.
Yeah, see?
Like he knows.
Yeah. I mean, the contract would be done now if they had won these last 2 weeks and start the season 5-0.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the contract would be done.
Now Jerry's sitting there like, yeah, play yourself into less money.
Yeah. Again, it's not going to be less. It's going to be, a lot. These contracts are slotted, so you just slide in when you get it. Yeah.
Guaranteed, not guaranteed.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
And it's all for show. It's all for, we're going to say that this one is worth $120 million, but of that, only really this guy can really get 70, and that's if everything works out well. And then he can bust his knee next week, and we can cut his ass, and then only to pay 20 or 30. So it's all.
Depends who you are.
It comes down to the agents, right? You need to have like a smart agent who's always trying to make money.
Right.
They know how to play the game.
Right. And then I think another thing that never gets talked about is that it's other things in those contracts. So you might get a suite for your family in the stadium.
Did you do that?
Hell yeah. Yeah, but see, you don't watch many games, do you? Because normally they'll show like their suite, and it'll be like mom and dad's up in the suite with the family and the kids and shit like that.
I mean, that's how they get the players with it.
Of course.
They throw these things at you, but we did this for you.
Again, because all the contracts, if all the contracts are the same, what are you going to do for me different than this other team's going to do? Yeah, you got good facilities, but they got good facilities too.
I feel like at the end of the day,
What's the tax rate?
Somebody has to win, and there's always going to be the team. There's always going to be the team. The team is going to win.
That part.
The players feel like they won something, but to me, it's like I feel like he could have gone more. But the team is always going to win at the end of the day.
Right.
And the NFL is just sitting back like, all right, I'll let you guys do your thing.
Right.
Just give me my cut and I'm good.
Right. See, now you understand it, my friend.
Make as much money as you can.
That's right.
When they break your leg, hey, go back where you are.
That's right.
At least if you take home $20 million at the end of your career,
you'll be good.
you'll be good.
Invest half of it, spend the rest.
I've been trying to get Andrew Luck hired here in our group. He has a Stanford degree in architecture here in our life.
That he does.
That'd be cool.
That he does.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boys. Well, I guess that is it.
But,
We'll end it here since Handsome Shrek is already
I
gone.
had non-football topics, but
Well, we'll get to those next week. Yeah, we need to do this more often because again, this is
cool.
we haven't done one since almost a month, and that is unacceptable. Our fans need us.
fans.
They need us. All right, so String Bean, say goodnight.
Say goodnight.
Say goodnight.
Good night.
Say goodnight.
Good night, my people.
Good night, everyone.